So we at least now know that this one's going to be the library. But what about the one all the way to the back on this side? We can interact with the species on the left and the right, but hopefully this is the room that we need. Yep, it is. Awesome, there we go.
Good day to you, gentlemen.
Tell me, young lady, to what do we owe this pleasure?
Please do be brief. We do not have very much time on our hands.
As rectors of this university, we have serious matters to attend to, and our time is precious.
I have heard you wish to meet the owner of the train that is currently in your station. May I know the reason for your summons?
We are surprised that your train has not yet left, miss. The situation is most regrettable.
The rules do clearly state that trains are meant to come and go and not remain stationary at a platform.
Trains should first stop, then subsequently leave. That is the rule.
We agree then, dear colleagues, that what we're dealing with is deviant behavior.
This matter really is cause for concern.
It's a clockwork train, you see? So it needs winding up again. Unfortunately, there is no equipment in the station to do this.
A clockwork train? That's strange.
How very quaint. You mean it's some sort of mechanical toy?
You are causing a hindrance to us, miss.
I am very hopeful that I will find what I need along the wall.
The wall? Miss, that really is not a suitable place for you to go.
Especially for a young lady.
You see, miss, we freely admit that every day we praise the existence of that particular edifice. We owe the integrity of our dear university and the fine education it provides to the wall.
It protects us from harm and invasion from the unknown.
May God protect us from what is beyond those ramparts, miss. Please believe me.
I don't have any choice. I must continue my journey.
Such a decision is a correct one since it's in line with regulations.
Thus, your train will indeed be able to leave.
And consequently cease to obstruct our station.
I mean, I'm trying to do that, guys, but I just need some help here to be able to move it.
That idea of the station aviary is really very original.
It's the pride of our university. One of the specialties taught here is zoology, you see, and more particularly, ornithology. Proper study and instruction should not be limited to books. Observation of living matter is indissociable from theoretical questions.
It contains some very rare specimens that have been brought back from far-away exotic countries, especially for our university, by the world's most intrepid explorers.
Do you remember Alexander Valembois and his peculiar bird?
Absolutely. His gift produced some very embarrassing long-term consequences.
A poison chalice indeed. It must be said the situation could have been much worse, however.
Oh, yes, it could have been terribly problematic.
Alright, guys, what about... Let me chat with about myself, I guess.
I
Let me
haven't
tell them about
introduced
myself.
myself. My name is Kate Walker.
Walker, haven't we already had a Miss Walker? Ethnology Masters, September 1953, if my memory serves me correctly.
Perfectly well, my dear colleague. But if I may be so bold, it was a Mr. Walker and not a Miss. It was Bill Walker, sat this June '68 exams. The impudent fool turned up for the oral assessment in jeans, flouting strict internal regulations which explicitly state the required uniform for the occasion.
Pure incitement. It was scandalous. Sadly, we have seen worse since. Young people lack all respect of traditional values.
Tradition, young lady. One must always uphold tradition.
Alright, guys, let me chat about the
You see,
mission then.
I didn't actually intend to stop here, but the springs of my train gave up, you see?
No, not really. You mean to say you're not a student?
You have arrived a little late in the term, miss. Enrollment for this year has already terminated.
But as rectors of this university and therefore representatives of its highest authority, we could bend the rules a little, if you like.
You don't understand. I'm a lawyer from New York, or rather Valladolid more precisely. My client wants to buy out an old mechanical toy factory, but its heir isn't actually dead, and is living somewhere in Syberia. I've got to get to him to sign the sales contract. You see?
Not really. This is a most peculiar tale.
A kerfuffle of the highest order.
We have an excellent law school, if you should ever change your mind.
Dude, I'm not here into school. I'm just passing by.
Can you possibly help me out here?
Miss, your insistence is almost verging on indecency.
Wait,
We
what?
cannot constantly be at your disposal. We have many other requests to attend to.
If you don't mind, could you not disturb us all the time? Thank you.
Wow. Seriously, guys?
Does the name Hans Vorarlberg mean anything to you by chance?
Ah, one of the brightest, most idealistic intellects to have graced our university. Hans Vorarlberg. I remember speaking to him once. I was still a student at the time. He just stared at me, lost in thought for a while. He scarcely ever said a word. But how can one forget him?
Idealistic? I'll grant you that, but bright? Oh, don't go too far. He was completely incapable of passing any exams. All he ever did was to sit in on lessons, and not many of them either. Paleontology, mainly. He had an unhealthy passion for mammoths, which matched the state of his intellect perfectly. That is to say, prehistoric.
Prehistoric? How dare you? A little far-fetched, maybe. But he did have flashes of intellectual brilliance, comprehensible only to high-minded scholars who hold no score by appearances. My dear colleague, your hasty conclusions are somewhat cavalier.
My assessment is wholly accurate. The boy was a little odd. You must concur if my father, who was rector of the university at the time, had not shown great indulgence towards him. Hans Vorarlberg would have never attended this establishment.
What about the bandstand, then? Is that the work of a deranged mind? Even after all these years, you are still jealous of it.
My dear colleagues, I beseech you, let's show some decorum. We have a visitor. What do you want with Hans Vorarlberg, miss? Are you a member of his family?
No, not at all. I'm looking for him to clear up an inheritance matter. Is he still here?
What? Here? At the university? No, not at all. He left a long time ago. Yes, a very long time ago. The very year I was nominated to this position, in fact. Almost 50 years ago already.
The poor soul moved on once he learned all he needed to know about mammoths.
Ah, this establishment was never quite the same after his departure, it must be said.
You mean to say it was never as bad? All that oddball brought to this university was his misplaced fantasies.
Gentlemen, let's try to retain the calm and level-headedness that befits our position.
Alright, guys. Next up, all we can chat about is, I guess, the train, the birds, and the money.
Excuse me.
Miss, we find ourselves terribly put out by the presence of your train in our station and by its recurrent immobility.
Indeed, the situation is very regrettable. Your huge locomotive is very cumbersome.
A train should first stop, then subsequently leave. That is the rule.
I know, that's what I'm trying to do. And lastly,
Some
money?
sailors have agreed to tow the train, but I don't have enough money to pay them. I was wondering if you could help me out. For a while. I could work for the money.
Please wait, miss. We have certain confibulations to attend to.
That is right. We must confibulate between ourselves. A collegiate decision must be taken.
I hope that we are not indisposing you in any way.
Oh, don't worry about it, guys. Just keep on talking.
Why not?
If it helps us get rid of that train.
My word, that is a fine idea.
What do you have in mind, gentlemen?
When you arrived here, you must have noticed a splendid bandstand which honors the main university courtyard.
A unique piece of mechanical craftsmanship which no longer works, alas.
Why, yes, we have very moving memories of its melodies. We're prepared to offer you a financial reward if you can set it working again.
Ah, there we go.
With pleasure. What do I have to do?
Unfortunately, my dear, time and rust have taken their toll on this university, and our automatons no longer have a spring in their step. are going to have to be resourceful.
To tell you the truth, there are a number of complex mechanisms here in Barrockstadt, and it would appear that we have unfortunately lost their operating instructions.
Your train, however, is an extremely ingenious invention, so you should be no stranger to complex mechanisms, should you? We are therefore counting on your ingenuity, miss.
I hope that I can show myself worthy of your faith in me, gentlemen.
Well, my dear colleagues, one more university matter nicely tied up.
Alright, well, at least we kind of figured
Here
out
we
what we're
are,
supposed to
busy
do in order to get the
chatting,
money.
And look at the clock. It's tea time.
Already? My word, doesn't time fly by?
Thank you for a charming visit, miss.
And thank you, gentlemen.
Alright, well, at least now we know how I'm gonna get my hands on the money. But, of course, in order to do that, I gotta figure out how to fix up the mechanism in the center of the university, in the plaza. So, first of all, I think what I'm supposed to do here is make my way to the library, as I may need to read something about those birds, because in order to make my way to the top there and activate the eagle, I have to get rid of those birds somehow. Alright, let's see, what can we find here? It does look like we can check quite a few places, actually. Left, right. Oh my god, where am I supposed to find that book, though? There are a few students, of course, studying. We do have... what is that? Is that a library card? I got no clue what I just got. Oh, Armor Zone, Memories of an Expedition. Okay, is this gonna be about the birds? It is, look at that. These are the birds that we're looking for. The red Armor Zone cuckoo. The subspecies of a common something is endemic in the Amazon forests. Habitat and food. The red cuckoo inhabits the most yada yada yada. The explorer may... I cannot really understand what this the text is saying, though. Provide with the bird with the majority of his food. So the wild vines provide the bird with the majority of his food. I get it. I think if I'm not mistaken, I saw one of those vines above that guy's head. At the station. Eat and be eaten, such is the impeccable law of nature. The red cuckoo may sometimes gorge itself on this fruit to the point of drunkenness. Interesting. So the wild vines provide the bird with the majority of its foods. The cuckoo is particularly partial to its juicy fruit. Aha. Reproduction. Alright. The future... So maybe these are the ones? The Forest Sauvignon grape. Today, it is very rare to find the Forest Sauvignon grape in the wild. The species has been decimated by a terrible equatorial phylloxera epidemic. Interesting. So maybe I'm supposed to find these things here. University Botany Collection and has largely contributed to the survival of the species. Interesting. I think I just got myself what I needed, the information that I needed for that, right? The book. Can I chat with this fella for a second? Let's see. I have a feeling I may need to find
Excuse
those
me.
fruits somewhere.
Can I disturb you a second?
No,
You could be a little bit nicer about it.
keep quiet. In case you haven't noticed, we're somewhere that requires silence and tranquility.
Alright, buddy, hold up. Sorry about that. I was just trying to get some information. Let me just check on the size of the library then. Let's see if we can discover anything. Now, I did manage to get my hands on a book about the birds, of course. But now I gotta figure out what I'm supposed to find the fruit. Nothing here. I do see a ladder. Am I supposed to climb that? Apparently I am. Oh, what do we got here? The Illustrated Dictionary of the Plants and Mushrooms. Interesting. The Ugola Cola. And that's about everything that we gotta read here. Why are they so fond of the fungus has taken extensive scientific research to conclude. Interesting. It does show a bird here, so maybe I am gonna have to find... Oh, hold up. What is this clip? Yeah, I do see a clip over here taking me to the information about the mushroom that I just collected. And other than this, it doesn't look like we gotta grab any other books. So maybe I'm actually gonna need like some sort of a concoction, right? A combination between the mushroom and the berries. Or the grapes, actually. Let me also check the left side here just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Alright, nothing on this side. Keep her going, I guess. So many books. And I think that is about it. Alright, so maybe we only need information about the grapes and the mushrooms, and that is everything. Of course, we can go ahead and read these books whenever we want to, but at one I was having a little bit of difficulties trying to read through that because it's a little bit difficult to read those texts as they are a little bit too pixelated for me. Right, well, we got all of that going. Let me keep on going this way. I don't know if this guy's class has started. You know what? Let me go ahead and check, and if nothing happened, then I'm gonna carry on. All right, never mind. Apparently the class did not start. Let me just check on this side real fast again. So we got the professor over there. I wonder if I do have to attend his class to see what he's got to say. I don't know. Anyway, let me keep her going then. I think we are kind of completely done here for now.
Hello?
So, you got him then, this air?
Ah, it's you, Mr. Marson. Good day, and how are you, sir?
I'll feel a whole lot better when this whole business is over and the sales contract is signed. Where the hell are you?
I'm in Barrockstadt.
What? What in God's name are you doing there?
It's a magnificent university town. It would appear Hans Vorarlberg once passed by here several years ago.
So if he isn't there anymore, then there's no point hanging around.
I hear what you're saying, sir, but I have good reason to believe that Hans Vorarlberg is still alive. For the time being, I'm trying to gather extra information from people who have known him.
What's your next destination?
I'm not exactly sure yet.
Doesn't sound like you know too much, Kate.
I just need a bit of time, Mr. Marson.
Yeah, well, time is what you ain't got. Keep me posted.
Come on, but I'm just doing my best here. I'm just trying to figure out where Hans Vorarlberg is. The heck? Can I chow with this guy now? Maybe something changed? I don't know.
Hello.
Hey, baby, you party?
Just
Nope.
Hey, spunky. Hey.
listen.
Never mind. We don't want to chow with this fella for sure. You know what? I feel like what I'm going to need next. I feel like I'm going to need that vine, right? All the way at the aviary. So let me try to make my way over there for a second. All right, there we go. And lastly, make my way through here. I'm also going to try to chat with this fella and tell him about that broken telephone. Maybe he can help me with it. I don't know. So the vine that I was talking about is this one, hanging at the top. But if I press here, she's just going to leave, right? Yeah, I definitely don't want to leave. I just got to find a way to grab me that vine somehow. Let me just chat with this fella then.
I'm sorry to disturb you.
What can I do for you, miss?
Money. Oh, Sauvignon. There we go. Kate, mission help, Hans, train bird, and let's talk about this.
Where might I find some forest Sauvignon plants, please?
No place around here, that's for sure. I don't know what you're talking about. That stuff's from the Amazon.
You know, for someone who knows nothing about the plant, you seem pretty well informed about which mysterious faraway country it comes from.
Oh, Amazon, Peru, Papua New Guinea, it's all the same to me. Gotta go. Gotta work.
What? He just...
Wait,
Are you
don't
kidding me,
go.
buddy? He definitely knows more than
I don't
his...
think he was being
Dang
totally
it.
straight with me.
Yes, he wasn't. Alright, well, now that he left, can I now grab this vine? No, it doesn't look like we can, still. So maybe I'm supposed to find what kind of work this fella is doing so that we can get some more information out of him. Let me just check. Now I wonder, where the hell would he go now? Where could I find this fella now? Oh, there he is.
Excuse me, station master, but I need you again.
Can't you see I am very, very busy?
No.
Well, I am. Very busy indeed. But, okay, I think I can give you a minute of my time.
Seriously, buddy. All right, let me keep on asking about the Sauvignon
I'm
once
looking
again.
for a kind of little juicy berry. You don't know where I could find some?
Look, lady, the station doesn't have any Sauvignon berries, not even forest Sauvignon.
Funny you should mention it. That's exactly what I was looking for. Forest Sauvignon.
Sauvignon, raspberries, red currants, they're all the same to me. And we don't grow none of them here.
But you see, I have just read a very interesting book which says that the rare Sauvignon berry is actually cultivated here in the famous Barrockstadt University aviary itself.
Well, if it's in a book, then don't believe everything you read, miss.
Oh
I
my
don't
god,
know
this
why,
guy.
But I don't think you're telling me the truth.
What do you mean? I don't know. How should I know where to find your stupid grave? Go ask your professor, what's his name, Pons, the paleontologist.
But you're the master of this station, so you should know better than anyone.
Nobody tells me anything. I don't know. Go see the old guy with the fossils.
Are you kidding me, buddy? Of course I'm gonna go see the old guy now, but I was really hoping that he would actually tell me what I need to know. All right, well, in that
I won't
case...
disturb you any longer, Mr. Station Master.
Welcome to Barrockstadt, miss.
Man, this guy, I was not expecting him to be like that. I completely forgot that he's gonna mess up with me like that. In that case, let me go ahead and try to chat with the old guy, then with the professor. I have a feeling, though, that the professor's class might have started right now. Alright, let's see. Did his class actually start? Or am I going to be able to find him on the right side here? Yep, we can find him here. Never mind. Let's chat. Maybe he is going to know where I can find those berries. Because we definitely need them if I want to scare off those birds.
Excuse me, Professor. Professor, sorry to disturb you again.
What is it you want to know, miss?
Sauvignon.
You wouldn't know where the forest Sauvignon plants are kept in Barrockstadt, would you?
Why do you think there are Sauvignon plants here?
I read about it in a book at the library.
Try going to see the station master. If such
Seriously?
a shrub exists, he will have a better idea than anyone.
It's actually he who sent me to you. I thought it a little strange, but he definitely said ask the paleontologist. You're the only one here, aren't you?
Yes, yes indeed. What a strange way to behave. Well, I think he must have made a mistake, that's all. Nobody tells me anything here. Maybe you should ask the rectors. After all, they are in charge.
Seriously,
of the
come
university.
on. Are they going to keep
Alright,
on sending
thanks.
me back and forth, back and forth?
I'll leave you in peace. I hope I haven't disturbed you too much.
Sorry? No.
Alright, well, in that case, let me make my way back to the rectors. Hopefully, these rectors are going to deal with this fella taking care of the station because he definitely doesn't want to help at all. Alright, let's see. And ultimately, let me chat with them.
Gentlemen, forgive me for disturbing you again, but I have a little problem.
A little problem, a little problem. Everyone has little problems now, you know.
They are kept to oneself, and they don't stop the world from turning.
Nor trains from leaving stations.
Well, this problem is stopping the train, so you better solve it if you want the train
Are
to leave,
you
buddy.
sure there are no Amazon Sauvignon plants in Barrockstadt? Because I have just interviewed the station master and the paleontologist, and what they said really didn't convince me that there wasn't any here.
We are quite definite on this point. There are no Sauvignon plants growing in Barrockstadt.
You see, miss, the Amazon Forest Sauvignon is a rare shrub that requires very special conditions for growth.
That's right. Conditions that are very hard to reproduce, believe you me.
Difficult, but not impossible. Fortunately, our garden has proved very successful.
Your garden? So, there is a garden in Barrockstadt?
Oh, the garden. Well, if there was one, it would be only a little garden hidden behind the station. But our station master would be very proud of it.
He would take very good care of it, too. Everything would grow marvelously if we were able to cultivate it at all, and it would be all down to his gardening prowess.
And we would be proud as punch. And we wouldn't forget the role the paleontologist might play in this.
What's the paleontologist got to do with it all?
Without him and without his laboratory, how would we make the wine, do you think?
And it would be good wine indeed, my dear colleagues, would it not?
Oh, yes, a delightful balm to soothe away our long hours of toil and our heavy responsibilities.
We would wait impatiently every year for the arrival of the year's produce.
So, if I have understood you correctly, there are indeed Sauvignon plants in Barrockstadt. They are cultivated in a garden behind the station, then turned into wine by the paleontologist's loving care, and finally, the pleasure of tasting is yours. If I'm not very much mistaken, gentlemen, you have a minor racket operating here.
Miss, you do go jumping to some hasty conclusions.
We never said that. That's not what we said at all.
We were talking in the conditional, you know, with ifs and woulds.
So, what would happen if I had such a hunch?
You would have to keep it to yourself, of course.
Yes, if you would be so kind as to keep it a secret. It would only be a small local concern, producing barely a few bottles every year.
That's right. Nothing so grandiose as a business. Otherwise, we'd be liable to be fined. So we can't count on your discretion, can't we?
Don't worry, I have no intention at all of getting messed up in anything.
But I do need access to that place, though. And it doesn't like we can chat about anything else. So I think,
Can you
let's try help.
possibly help?
Miss, you're in.
We can't.
So we cannot really ask for help
Here
here.
we are, busy chatting, and look at the clock.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, well, in that case, let me chat with the paleontologist again, I guess, and the station master, because eventually I will have to figure it out. I do have to figure out how to get to that laboratory, or how to get my hands on a key to get to the garden. Not sure exactly what I'm supposed to do, but let's just check it out. These fellows are definitely beating it behind the bushes, so they're definitely trying to hide something from me for sure. And again, let me chat about that with this fella and see if I can get access to the laboratory.
Do excuse me, Professor. Professor.
All right. So I guess I'm gonna have to chat about this
I
again.
have just had a very interesting little discussion with the rectors. It seems that you are perfectly aware of the existence of Sauvignon plants here in Barrockstadt. Apparently, you find them very tasty.
Not at all. I never drink wine. I prefer to make it. Production to me is much more satisfying.
So you don't deny?
Why, seeing as the rectors have let you into our little secret, I even converted part of the laboratory into a fermenting room for Amazon Sauvignon wine production. Of course, I cannot produce wine in large quantities. We have to be discreet, after all.
And what about your students? Haven't they noticed anything?
Oh, you know how students are. After all, a chemical reaction is still a chemical reaction, even when grapes are involved. And malolactic fermentation takes time. Sometimes strange odors begin to waft through the corridors. Then I just burn a little sulfur.
Incredible. Totally incredible. You are really something, Professor Pons. Really something.
I'm not sure whether I should take that as a compliment.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. What do I do now, Nan? I wonder.
I feel I've lost my way a little.
Oh, my dear child, you've...
It's a lecture about...
Money, Sauvignon birds, train hunts. I guess that is everything we
leave you in
gotta chat with
peace.
him then, eh?
I hope I...
Sorry?
Alright, well, in that case, next up, am I supposed to go ahead and chat with the conductor? Or the train station master, actually? So is the train station master gonna be still on the bridge? Yes, he is. Which means, hopefully now that I'm gonna chat with him, and he's gonna know that I talked with the rectors and the professor, maybe we're gonna convince him to allow me to go inside the gardens? I don't know.
Excuse me, station master, but I need you again.
Can't you see I am very, very busy?
Yeah, you're very busy, buddy.
Well, I am. Very busy indeed. But, okay. I think I can give you a minute of my time.
Let's chat about Sauvignon once
You
again.
have been playing with me, haven't you? You knew very well there were forest Sauvignon berries in the station garden.
No, not at all. I've never seen your Sauvignon things.
You don't have to lie to me. I know all about it. You and the rectors are in cahoots, and the professor's lab has been turned into a distillery. You've all got a nice little smuggling racket on the side.
Smuggling racket? Hey, lady, you're going a bit far there. It's just a little on-the-side thing we got going, that's all. It's just for ourselves. Hey, honest.
You should be ashamed of yourselves. Aren't you worried about the reputation of this fine university? The authorities should be informed of this.
But we haven't done anything wrong. It's not a crime.
Can you open the gate to the garden, please?
Sure. No problem.
Here we go. We finally opened it up. Oh, man. Finally, this worked. I wasn't really sure that this would actually work, but there we go. And now, hopefully I'm going to be able to get my hands on one of those berries and try to get rid of those birds. Because they've been causing a ruckus, and without them getting away, I'm not going to be able to progress the story here. So let me just make my way to the garden and see if we can get this going. There we go. He opened it. Awesome.
There you are. Please feel free to visit the garden at your leisure. And there was just one thing. I'm not a liar. Not really. Just mum's the word. There is the reputation of the university to think about. And I have superiors, and I have to do what I can.
I understand. Don't you worry.
Oh, thank you, miss.
There we go. Finally, he opened it up. All right, buddy. Thank you very much for that. That is definitely going to be very, very useful. All right, let me go inside and see if we can find some of those berries then. Look at this. Finally, a new place opened up. Man, but this looks like a really huge garden, eh? I was actually expecting a really tiny one, but never mind. And of course, there's the berries. Alright, we got the berries, and I think that is kind of about everything that we need, right? I don't believe we need anything else. I know there was something about the vines, but maybe the vines are not really important. Maybe only the berries were the things that I was looking for. Alright, let me keep her going. There's another thing on this corridor, but I'm not sure if I can interact with this. Is this like something I gotta interact with? Nope, that's just gonna take me all the way back there, which I definitely don't want to do that. Alright, well in that case, let me make my way back to the birds and see if I can use these berries to chase them off. Hopefully this is finally gonna allow me to get rid of them. Use the grapes and birds. There we go, finally. Alright, and ultimately, now that we got that going, of course, I just need to go ahead and climb this up. Hopefully we got what we need now to activate the eagle at the top, right? To snatch me some of those eggs. Because the only way I'm gonna fix that mechanism at the plaza is if I'm gonna get my hands on one of those eggs. Alright, keep on climbing. Oh, there we go. Never mind. There are some eggs actually right on top of the eagle itself. What?
Impossible to reach it.
Wait, what? What do you mean impossible to reach it? What about if I use a hook? I cannot. What? In that case, I feel like I gotta activate this thing somehow.
Impossible to reach it.
Impossible to reach it. Why are you kidding me right now? How am I supposed to grab this egg then? I may need something extra to get this to work. So the mushroom guy, the Amazon. Yeah, I cannot use the hook to grab it then. I feel like I have to activate this eagle somehow from somewhere. And then probably that's where I'm gonna be able to do something about it. Alright, well, I guess we're not done here yet. How can I grab that thing then? I feel like I gotta combine maybe the hook with something. And then I'm gonna be able to reach the egg. But the question is, what? Alright, well, at least the birds are not gonna be here anymore, which means they're not gonna mess me up anymore. Let me make my way to this side for a second. Can you maybe chat with him and
Everything
tell him
okay,
something
Oscar?
about that
Yes,
egg?
Kate Walker.
Although I'm pretty sure he's
I
not
am
gonna go up
awaiting
there
your
to help up,
instructions.
right? Money bird, train, help. Let's go
Oscar,
help.
there's no way you could help.
Rust awaits.
Rust await a
You
bird.
should take a look around this.
I am.
Of course.
So he doesn't want to do that. Train hunt mission.
The university authorities want us to move the train out of their station. According to internal regulations, trains are designed for coming and going, not staying at platforms.
They have a point, Kate Walker. However, our train is unique, and its clockwork mechanism has requirements that are beyond the station's rudimentary equipment.
Hey, that's not their problem, Oscar.
The problem is also beyond my mandate, Kate Walker.
Whatever.
Okay, so we
Ask-
gotta
In a
figure out, how am I supposed to get me that thing then? I need like some sort of a hook. I need a longer hook, right? We do have the hook on us right now, but I need to figure out how to make it a little bit longer. And I have absolutely no clue how to do that. We need to connect with some sort of a stick or something, I guess. Now, is the station master gonna be here still?
Miss, please, excuse me.
Yeah, buddy, what's up?
Yes?
You know, I want to apologize for our little misunderstanding.
Oh, you just gave me a bottle.
I brought you a bottle of wine. Barrockstadt Sauvignon. Very good year. Let me know what you think.
I'm very touched. Thank you.
Good luck on your journey, lady.
Thank you.
Alright, so he gave me one bottle. What am I supposed to do with that then? Can I maybe combine these together? Oh, it doesn't allow you can combine stuff in this game though.
I'm sorry to disturb.
What?
Money burst train. So let me chat about the birds again and see
All
what
these
he said
birds
about
in
that.
space.
This is no ordinary station, miss.
Eagle at the
Oh,
top.
No. These birds are part of the...
I can well believe.
And you know what's the hardest? The hardest thing is to keep interspecial harmony. One day some explorer introduced a couple...
It wasn't a good idea.
A nightmare. You know, cuckoos lay their eggs in the nests of other species, right? Now, what's more, they also push the host's eggs out of the nest.
I see what you mean. That's one tricky bird. And there was nothing.
The faculty declared the bird a protected species. If it wasn't for our mechanical eagle, we were sitting on a major ornithological catastrophe.
You have an automaton?
A wonder of technology. It's an eagle that's mounted on rails in the air. It passes through and it swoops down to collect parasite eggs. But heck, the dang eagle's been out of order for several years. Impossible to collect the eggs myself.
Why not?
I can't climb up the gangway. I fell off it several months back, and I still have a pain in my spine. Not to mention the vertigo I've been getting. I only have to...
You poor soul.
Worst thing is, cuckoo eggs piling up in the nests. Soon the rectors are gonna notice. There's trouble in store.
So somehow, of course, I gotta get those eggs, but I'm not quite sure exactly what I'm supposed to use to get them. Can I use this with him? No. How do I activate the eagle? Interesting. I feel like I need something extra. Maybe I gotta connect something with the hook. But what? So that's just gonna allow me to go there. Again, I do see this vine hanging out here, but I cannot really grab it or do anything with it. And there's nothing here that I gotta do either. Well, this is really interesting. Unfortunately, I'm not quite sure exactly what I'm supposed to do next. I mean, I'm pretty sure we gotta grab one of those eggs from the station, but I don't really have what I need in order to grab it. And apparently, the hook is not enough to grab that egg. But you know what, guys? I think this is going to be the end of this episode for now, and we'll come back the next one. We are going to try to solve the mystery here, and eventually I think that's going to be the last part we're going to have to do in order to get out of this place eventually, and keep on making our way towards Syberia. But in the meantime, thank you all very much for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody!